How is it going, my heroes, my villains, and everybody in between? Sean Ross here, and the wait is finally over. We are finally back after the 2-week break, and I am here to give you guys my live reaction to the latest chapter of My Hero Academia. We are on manga chapter number 289, which is entitled Miss Candid and Miss Shutaway.
I've gotta push these feelings down. You've got a crush on someone, right? So do I. And I bet you also want to be exactly like that special person, huh?
Now that title is definitely referring to both Toga and Ochako, considering the current situation both of them are in. So I am very excited to see what is about to happen, especially coming off of last chapter, which kicked off the Toga versus Ochako confrontation. We had Toga disguise herself as an old lady, and she led Ochako away from the other pro heroes to an abandoned house, where now she is on top of Ochako, has her pinned down, and is asking the question that has been on her mind.
To make the world a place where I can do whatever I want and live freely.
As we saw with that last page, Ochako told Toga, "I will stop you by any means necessary in order to save everyone around me," and based on Toga's facial expression, I don't think she liked the response she got from Ochako. So I cannot wait to see what is going to go down and continue with Toga versus Ochako in this week's chapter. So, mount ladies and gentle criminals, without further ado, let's dive right into chapter 289. Yo! Okay, so on the first page, we are not starting off with Toga and Ochako, but instead transitioning over to both Hado and Ida currently moving through the city streets. This is interesting.
Cowabunga, dude!
Wait a minute. Are those two pro heroes in the back riding surfboards right now?
Surf's up at the Goo Lagoon.
Righteous! Righteous! Yeah!
Yo, they are riding the airwaves. Hang loose, brothers. Cowabunga.
Okay, grab shell, dude!
Okay, so we got two surfer dudes following and going with Ida and Hado, shortly after deploying to stop Gigantomachia. Hey, Ingenium, why'd you come with us again? I'm trusting those of you who can fly to pass on the message. Get word to the heroes fighting near the hospital.
Run.
I will accompany them. And then Ida just started running after them. But you can't fly! Whoa, he's fast.
I'm fast as fuck, boy!
I am fully prepared to accept punishment for violating orders. But 3 of my classmates ran off and haven't returned. And 2 of them taught me a valuable lesson. They're my dear friends. Okay, so they are running towards the Shigaraki battle, but Ida broke and violated orders because of Deku and Todoroki. That makes sense. Those are the 2 that saved him in a reckless situation back during the Stain arc, so now it's got to come full circle with Ida rushing in to save both Deku and Todoroki in this reckless situation. Oh, if we're about to get some Ida and Hado action as they jump into the Shigaraki fight, I am all here for it.
Somebody catch me!
And speaking of Deku and Shigaraki, going back over to them as the 2 of them are free-falling back down to Earth after their internal one-for-all struggle. Oh, Shoto! You gotta shout it. Shoto! Shoto Todoroki has been saving everyone throughout this battle. He caught Deku on his back while he is holding both Endeavor and Bakugo as they are plummeting down to the ground. They got a crash landing, somersaulting and thudding back down on the ground. Medic! And Shoto's just looking hectically at all 3 of them, reaching for his med kit. He's like, I gotta heal you guys stat. Bakugo, Midoriya, Endeavor. They're still alive. Hang in there while I administer first aid.
Don't touch me, I'm sterile.
And we got some creaking coming behind Shoto.
What the fuck?
I have to keep going. I
Still moving. How is Shigaraki still moving?
Oh my sweet Jesus.
Deku can barely move.
That's rad.
But we just see Shigaraki activating the forcible quirk activation clause, and he's looking like Moonfish.
Identical.
Oh, that is crazy. And look at his face. He looks like a freaking zombie. He is just pushing through the pain. Pure willpower is pushing Shigaraki forward. That is crazy. Homura. No, you must retreat. You're not the boss of me. And Shigaraki's just ignoring what All For One said. He's not retreating. He's just pushing through it all.
Hey!
Yo, and they move in.
What?
Full charge, output level 30. Spiraling surge! Veggie Ray
Nejire and Ida are on scene, and we just see Hado launching her Nejire waves, breaking some of the forcible quirk claws that Shigaraki grew out. Hado just shouts, "Everyone!" as Ida just zooms in with a dab. He is ready. A gigantic villain is making his way here. We've informed the heroes fighting the Nomu over there. Ida! Then we got Manuel holding, I think he's got Gran Torino and Ryukyu. You can see Rocklock holding Aizawa behind him, but he yells out to Ida, and then Shoto says, "Get Midoriya and the others out of here. Now I can see why you all didn't return promptly."
Back off! You creep!
Hado looks pissed, and I understand why. She looks over at Manuel and sees a wounded and injured Ryukyu. You don't touch her master, her sensei.
Use your aggressive feelings. Let the hate flow through you.
Let's go, Hado. Get pissed, get angry, move in. I want to see Hado just go in on Shigaraki. I have to stay near Shigaraki. And we just see Deku trying to get back up, trying to rejoin the fight, to push through the pain like what Shigaraki's doing. But Deku's body's just too beaten, bloodied, and broken to continue fighting. He's still coming after me, so just take Kacchan and Endeavor. His healing has slowed down. He's seriously weakened Hado, and we see Shoto activating his fire. He is ready to assist Hado and go in on Shigaraki.
Behold.
Oh my god, that panel right there. It is scary, it is intimidating, and it is very badass.
Crush and kill them all!
So many little maggots crawling around. Here we go. Sadly, we are transitioning away from Shigaraki, but this is what I was looking forward to. We now go back over to Ochako and Toga fighting it out in this abandoned house. And we see Ochako just tossing Toga into the other room, completely yeeting her.
It's one of the close combat techniques I learned from my internship.
Gone!
Thanks, Gunhead Martial Arts!
Tossing her with that gunhead martial arts training right here. Oh, let's go, Ochako. And she gets back up in a fighting pose. She is ready to fight back. Sorry, but I'm way stronger than last time. And we see Toga just sliding and rolling on the floor into the other room. Yo! Toga's arm is floating. Is it just the sweater? I think it is. I need to make direct contact without getting my blood sucked or wasting too much time. There's gotta be a way. Yeah, when she tossed Toga off of her, she must have grabbed the sweater, and now the sweater, the sleeve on her arm, is starting to float. Listen, Ochako, when I think about the people I love, it makes me want to become them. This desire to take all their blood for myself gushes up till I just can't stand it. And Ochako is trying to make contact with Toga's body, but Toga is just too nimble and just dodging all of her moves. I get all emotional just thinking about it. That's how I am. But other people aren't like that. And then Ochako dodges a knife stab as she breaks through one of the doors to another room. It's so hard for me to live like this. This one nasty lady said my normal was sad and miserable. And then, guess what? She tried to kill me. Is Toga talking about Miss Curious? So you know what I did, Ochako? I used your blood and your cork to drop her from way up high.
What the fuck?
She's talking about Miss Curious and how she just made her splat on the ground.
Release!
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Fatality!
Drinking the blood of someone I love gives me their cork too. Oh, I was so happy when it happened. Toga! And Ochako launches the cables from her gauntlet trying to grab a hold of Toga. And then Toga returns in kind by throwing her needles at Ochako. And we just see Ochako falling down into the room, hitting like tables, cupboards, whole bunch of stuff goes flying. They broke the plasma screen. Not the plasma screen TV.
That was a 70-inch plasma screen TV.
Oh, I feel sorry for whoever owns this house. They're gonna come back and be like, holy shit, what the hell happened? But it's broken, but some of the news looks like it's still coming through. At present, and then just cuts out.
What's your problem?
Oh, but Ochako looks pissed. I would never feel happy about dropping a person out of the sky. I mean, what's your point? What are you trying to tell me? And then just a cold expression on Toga's face. And Ochako's just like waiting for a reply. It's got a question mark. Toga's kneeling down? Yo, what just happened?
Oh no!
Oh. So her compartment in her belt, that's what happened. It opened up. It must have opened up when Toga threw her needles. It hit the belt, opened the compartment, and the All Might doll fell out.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
And now Toga has it. Uh-oh. Ochako, what are you gonna do now? Deku's gift to you during the Christmas party is now in Toga's hand.
Mine.
Dropped this. Give it back! Now she is chasing after Toga like, don't! Give that back to me, that's mine!
Get away!
Get back here, SpongeBob! Give me that pizza!
No!
SpongeBob!
No!
SpongeBob!
No!
Wait.
No!
This is something precious to you, huh? It sure is. Well, Jin was like a precious big brother to me.
Hey!
And she is like nibbling on it. She puts it in her mouth. She's like, num, num, num. She is biting down on the doll. We're the same, Ochako, because I know you like Izuku. And we got a little flashback during the provisional exam.
At first you try to model yourself after the person you want. You start dressing like them. Thing is, that's not enough. You have to go further. Then you realize you actually want to become that person. And once you get to that point, there's no going back. That's how love works, right? Ochaco Uraraka. He really trusts you a lot, you know. What is with her?
I've always felt that. So Izuku must have given this to you, right? That makes us the same, right? In Toga's weird, twisted way, that's how she's able to connect to Ochako, but Ochako is just not having that. She is moving in. I can't waste time on her. But when I go at her head on, she just dodges. So instead, no! I've shut those feelings away. 0 satellites!
I've gotta push these feelings down. I'll put these feelings away. I'll focus on working just as hard as he does. And reach my dream!
She just threw out all of her cables and grabbed all the furniture in that room she crashed into. 0 Zero satellites. She's making them all float. This is like a Sero move.
Take shots! Trident!
Release!
Now she has a way to make all the items she makes float into offensive weapons. She can just whip those around. That is really cool. Zero satellites. She's getting ready to just throw those and whip them at Toga. I touched all this stuff when I got knocked down. And then Toga with a smile is like, exactly. Yeah, Ochako is just whipping them all about trying to hit Toga. I've also held it in for so long. When I was little, I was told to stop being me, but that doesn't work. When you shut your feelings away, it only grows inside. Hey! Himiko Toga, if you're gonna live as you please and threaten people, then you also have to live with the consequences.
What will you learn? What will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
This is an interesting conversation going back and forth, because with Toga, this was brought up during My Villain Academia. How society and her parents made Toga shut everything away, push those feelings that her quirk gave her in her DNA down, her personality, to push that down and to act as normal society dictates. And she's comparing that to Ochako pushing her feelings for Deku down.
I'm with you. We're the same, you and me. We're the same.
But Ochako's like, that doesn't equate. It's like, if you're going to live as you please and threaten and kill people, then you have to live with the consequences that society has put into place. Killing people is not normal. It's not good. So if you want to kill people and it makes you happy, then you got to live with the consequences that come with it. And now we got a double page spread. I can see that Froppy is moving in, but this side right here, right, thought so.
So that's how it is.
Yo, does Toga have tears in her eyes as she's saying that to Ochako? And Ochako's got a shocked look on her face as Toga says that. Thanks for that. Bye-bye. And then Toga's just whipping out a whole bunch of knives. But then a tongue comes bursting through the other room, hitting Toga.
Only my friends get to call me that!
Froppy! Why is Himiko Toga here? Hi, Tsuyu. Didn't I tell you not to call me that? You did, Sue. You told her back during the training camp not to call you Tsuyu. What is going on in this panel right here? Something, a doom or a boom sound effect. Did she just like crash through the wall or something?
There's too many people here now and I don't feel like being killed tonight. Toodles.
You know what? He just left.
Did Toga just like leave? She's gone. She might be aiming for our blind spots. Let's stand back to back. No, she ran away. Okay, so as soon as Sue arrived, Toga's like, okay, I've had enough. She is now retreating. We can see her retreating on rooftop. So she must be going back to the league now. And then we got the news report from the broken TV now. Won't stop. The giant villain getting bigger. Won't stop. Ah, we're losing live feed. Airwaves are... And then just kind of cuts off. Toga dropped the All Might doll, so she didn't take it with her. Ochako, since we like the same boy, I thought maybe we could confide in each other about love. I'm going back to the league. My confusion's all cleared away. And we see Ochako picking up and holding the All Might doll. Ochako says she was crying.
I want to save people.
Meanwhile...
Alright, transitioning away from that part. Yo. Is Machia here?
We're gonna f***ing die.
Yo, it is time. He is on scene. Oh, he got there. Gigantomachia is right there. where Shigaraki is currently fighting against Hado, Shoto, and Ingenio.
All I can tell y'all is that it's about to go down.
Oh, it is about to go down. It is about to go down. Oh, look at this panel though. Look at it. All these forcible court claws spreading everywhere, but in the back, you can see Machia closing in. Oh, this is not good. We are approaching the end very soon, and things are not looking good for our heroes currently on scene.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Double page spread, and just action shots showing everyone currently here. Machia, Shoto, Dabi, with that look on his face, he's like, who is here right now? I spy the Todoroki family, Endeavor and Shoto.
We'll pull those false heroes down from their shining pedestals. And in doing so, we'll create a bright new future for this world.
And then Deku, bloodied and beaten. Endeavor, bloody, beaten, and smoking. Hado, Kenya, and Shigaraki.
We're not so different, you and I.
Who, oddly enough, with the way that his burns are healing, he kind of looks like Dabi. Looking very similar right now. Yo, I love this double page spread. This has me hyped. Because Machia is here. And with the setup that we have, with Dabi, Endeavor, Shoto, it is about to go down. It is about to go down. That is the end of the chapter. Next chapter hits November 8th.
I can't be allowed to look pathetic. Not in this moment.
Well, isn't that a tragedy? Poor little Shoto Todoroki.
Everything is for the glory of my master.
The board is set with my pawns and their prey. Finally, time for the real game to begin.
Yo, this has me hyped. This was a great chapter to come back after the 2-week break, and I cannot wait to see what is about to go down with the setup that we have. We are approaching the end of this arc very soon, but so much still has to happen before that conclusion comes. And this double page spread with all of our players now on scene, it's gonna be good. I cannot wait. But for the rest of this chapter, concerning with Toga and Ochako, we continued but concluded the fight rather quickly. I thought we were going to get more between the two, but I still enjoyed what we got, and especially just the conversation, what they were talking back and forth between the two, and kind of how Toga, with Ochako's responses, knows that the way she acts isn't normal to society. Because to Toga, her quirk, down to her DNA, makes her pursue and love blood. And pursuing that love, because it's just built into her DNA, she can't really act any differently. She's built that way. Because of her quirk and her personality, it's just, in a weird, twisted way, it's how her whole personality and persona has formed to pursue blood, to stab people, to pursue that love in that way. And she can't really fight the way that she is built. And I think with Ochako seeing the tears in her eyes, the way that she responded, I'm curious how Ochako's going to internalize all that and how she might view Toga later on when and if they have a confrontation in the future. It's bound to happen, but I'm interested to see how this brief confrontation with Toga is going to affect Ochako moving forward. So with that, guys, that right there is my live reaction to chapter 289 of My Hero Academia. But now I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on the events of this chapter. And what were your guys' thoughts on the continuation and conclusion of the Toga and Ochako confrontation, with the conversations and the questions that were asked between the two, and then with the tears in Toga's eyes and the fact that Ochako realized that Toga was crying. And then with the ending of this chapter, with Machia rolling up and all the players that we want in one location finally being here, what is about to go down in these next few chapters? And are we finally going to get the Dabi reveal that we have been waiting for? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that bell icon that you guys can be alerted for every new MHA reaction that pops up on the channel. But if you guys want to talk about other things or talk about MHA outside of YouTube, feel free to also follow me over on Twitter. A link to my Twitter account can also be found in the description down below. That's going to do it for me here, guys. So until next week, when we have chapter 290 of My Hero Academia, I'll talk to you guys next time. But remember, go beyond plus ultra.